Hello there, Leo. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your monthly overview reading for July 2020. I will be doing your astrology and your tarot update today with a full spread, so hang in there to the end because we've got a lot of great energy and messages coming through for you. So glad as always to have you here with me. Love your energy, love to be with the Leo Collective. If it's your first time to the channel, thank you so much for visiting. I hope you enjoy this reading today. And if you are a new or returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to see me as well. If you have not yet done so, I always invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join this dragon family. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content here. Always a few quick notes before we get started, Leo, that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every lion out there, so take what makes sense and claim that as yours and leave the rest behind. This will mostly correspond with Leo's Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Leo cross watchers are welcome to join in as well. If you're interested in a personal reading, would like any info on the card decks that I use through any of my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all of that info and links are down below in the description box. So Leo, I always start out with talking a little bit about your astrology updates for a few minutes, and then we're going to get into the cards. So if you want to scoot right to the cards, go ahead. But I always do say hang out for the astrology because I'm an astrologer as well as a tarot reader, and I love both because they're very complementary to each other. So Leo, get ready and happy birthday in advance because your sun sign is up next. That is happening on July 22nd, later in the month. For right now, we still are traveling with the sun sign in Cancer. So it's still very emotional. It's a very sensitive most of this month for most of my Leos because that means the sun is moving through your universal 12th house of Pisces. That means that most of my lions right now, your emotional heart and center and spirit are way more sensitive, way more easily influenced, way more vulnerable to, people not being nice, to your emotional sense coming up very strong. You might laugh easier, cry easier. You might want to take some time to yourself because this is the time of the year when you will be purging and reviewing a whole lot of emotional and spiritual elements from the passing year. So just giving you that note. Mercury is also in retrograde right now. Mercury is our planet of communication and thought, and it is moving backward in the sign of Cancer as well. So the sun and Cancer are both traveling through that 12th house universally for you, which means that yes, you will be doing quite a bit of emotional review. Thankfully, we have come out of our Venus retrograde, which helps all of our relationships and partnerships and all of those kind of ships get in a better place. That is happening in your universal 11th house of Aquarius. So Leo, this is a good time right now to maybe reconnect with people, especially online, through text message, through, electronics, because the house of Aquarius is very electric. So that may be the main way that you're communicating and connecting with other people right now, maybe on video chat, text message, phone calls, etc. So that's a good way for you to keep in touch with your loved ones and potential partners or partners that you're already involved with. Mars finally has moved out of the sleepy sign of Pisces, and it is in the sign of Aries right now, Leo. So very, very positive energy for you coming through. That is going to be sitting in that universal 9th house. Mars will be in Aries until January 7th, 2021, y'all. So that is a really great place for it to be for you, Leo, because it's a fellow fire sign. Activates a lot of your inspiration, your thirst for knowledge and learning, maybe travel plans or movement of some kind, but no matter what you're doing, you're definitely traveling in your mind and in your spirit. You're definitely thinking about learning new things, experiencing new places, and pioneering some energy. So get ready for that. We are in a little bit better place here than we were in June because we're starting to come out of those retrogrades. The Mercury retrograde ends on July 12th. That's going to be very good for my Leos. So let us move into your card reading. I'm going to pull a major arcana card to symbolize your energy and what you're coming in with for this month of July. angels, divine spirits of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with our Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising signs, and protect their energy as well as mine throughout this reading and this session. And please bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Okay, Leo, so new energy coming in here with the Magician card. That is all about you recreating something new. The Magician is ruled by Mercury, so that gives me a big heads up that once Mercury goes direct on July 12th, that's definitely going to get some things moving in a more positive direction for you. But to me, this is all about you creating something new, being the alchemist in your own life, you know, coming from the heart, the soul, your thoughts, your action, your resources, all combining together to take you somewhere new. So that's a very, very nice energy to start your month out with. Let's go into the Spirit Animal deck. This is a new one that I just got called, I think it's Divine Animals Oracle, and it is so beautiful. You know I love my spirit animals, so let's see who is coming through for you for this month of July, Leo. Oh, nice. So the sea turtle is coming up. And I do feel that a lot of my Leos are kind of doing that deep emotional, spiritual dive for this month of July. So, you know, this is all about its stability, its emotional stability and earthy stability, because the sea turtle moves in both worlds. It is the number 8 card of this deck. So to me, that number 8 is also about that infinity loop and that balance. And, you know, in many of the traditional Magician card decks, he has that infinity loop above his head because it's all about the flow. It's all about, you know, the unending cycle of life. So let's bring up a crystal chakra card and see what crystal or gemstone are best to work with, what chakra is coming up to be healed for this month, Leo. Oh yes, I love this for you. The kunzite. Kunzite is a beautiful heart chakra stone. It is extremely healing. It's wonderful for healing the inner child or doing any kind of work with children or pets. It also activates your third eye. So yet again, there is that communication and thought process coming through. The kunzite will help you to balance both and to come from a better place of both heart and mental clarity. Other stones that are great for the heart chakra: rose quartz, peridot, aventurine, rhodochrosite, rhodonite. You can look them up, but there's lots of good heart chakra stones. But right now, the kunzite is really favored for you in particular, Leo. Oh my goodness. So let's move into your tarot. We're going to move Mr. Dragon over here and get into the full deck. We will be using the Rider-Waite for your immediate spread, and I will be clarifying with the Modern Witch. So dear Spirit, Divine Angels, please bring through what you want for our Leos. Let's see what their full story is for March 2020. Okay, yes, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I like this very much. Okay, Leo. Ooh, okay. Lots of air energy here. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Middle card, right in the center. This is where you are right now. This is the main priority focus of this month is temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. So it is a fellow fire sign. This is to me all about combining the elements of challenge or difficulty into your life so they no longer have the power to hurt you or harm you. They have just become a part of your history. You no longer have to be defined by those difficulties. They are simply part of what has contributed to making you awesome and wonderful and much stronger. Tempering steel is the same thing. It introduces, you know, so-called impurities into the metal to give it more flexibility, right? So this is the tempering process, and you are combining, look at that, we talk about the sea turtle, the balance of the emotions, the water and the earth, 1 foot in the water of emotion, 1 foot on the earth of stability. So Leo, you are learning lots of lessons this month. And it's interesting, like I said, Mars is in that universal Sagittarius house for you. So to me, this is about greater learning, advancing your knowledge, advancing your awareness, opening up your worldview, having a much bigger picture, right? Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, our planet of expansion and good luck. Look at that, and 6 of Wands on top of the Temperance card. So there is a lot of victory. There's a lot of good outcomes that can come from this. Doubling up our fire energy. This is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo yourself. So lots of beautiful energy at the heart of this reading. Going out in the immediate past is the Page of Wands. So to me, Leo, you have come to some awareness that it's like you want some new beginnings. You want to clear out some old energy. You're ready to go to some new places. You're ready to have more energy, more excitement for life and what you are doing, more creative potential as well. With the 3 Cups, you may be doing this with some friends or with some family, whoever your soul tribe is, because that 3 of Cups is about celebration and emotional connection with our friends. So going in the future, I love this Ace of Swords because I think with this Mercury retrograde and of course the Venus retrograde, which thankfully is finally over, we've had a lot of confusion, a lot of mental cloudiness and fog. And so to me, that is bringing in a strong sense of mental clarity, new vision. That is the hand of the divine moving through. And to me, because it's the sword suit, it also signifies that you'll be getting through a lot of, you know, anxieties, worries, fears, things of the mental body that have been really driving you a little bit crazy or making you go round and round in your head. And that is clearing all of that out. 4 of Cups, yes, because you are really moving past that place of discontentment, Leo. This place of feeling like I have what I have, but it's just not enough. I've been waiting for that extra cup to come in. I love her shirt. In the Modern Witch Tarot, it says over it, because that might be how you've been feeling. It's like, I'm so over this mess. I'm sick of having to worry and pine and miss out on things. And so you may be saying, you know, it's time for me to get up and start making my own decisions. Look at that, sitting there with her phone, waiting for somebody to call her, waiting for somebody to step up, and they just haven't. And so it's like, this is a decision to me. Many times at 4 of Cups, it's like, are you going to sit and keep waiting? Or are you going to get up and say, you know what, I'm going to take action in my own life, be that magician, be that alchemist, going to create something new. On the underscore, what you're focused on. Yeah, this is really what's going on in your subconscious is the 2 of Swords. So there is some decision making here. This is Libra energy. You might feel pulled back and forth in 2 different directions. This many times is, you know, a decision from the heart. The heart chakra is protected here. She really doesn't want to get hurt anymore. That's why that blindfold's there. It's like, I really don't want to have to make this choice. I really don't want to have to do all that. And Leo, you may definitely be feeling that. For some of you, not all of you obviously, but for some of you, you might be making a choice between 2 or more partners or 2 or more romantic partners. That could be part of this. Could be 2 different jobs, 2 different places you want to live. But there's definitely some decision making that you will have to do, and you know it. You're feeling it. It's part of what you're focused on. Yes, and you should do it from a place of deep spiritual knowing, because there is that high priestess. She is sitting there with the secrets and the mysteries. She knows what she wants. She knows what she needs, but it's time to act on that energy for you, Leo. So coming from a place, you know, this next full moon may be very powerful for you because the high priestess is ruled by that moon. And we do have the full moon in Capricorn coming up with a lunar eclipse on July 5th. I always do full moon readings, so do check back on my channel to get those. I always put those out right on or around the full moon. On the top, crowning the spread, we have that Page of Swords. Here's our little spy card. Somebody peeking in your windows, looking at what you're doing, wondering what you're doing online, wondering who you're texting, talking to. This could be a communicator. This could be new thoughts, new ideas, people texting you, people asking what you up to, Leo. Page is always bringing, you know, energy, and they are a youthful energy. You got a Page of Wands and Page of Swords. You could be dealing with one or two or more people who are kind of immature, maybe more immature or younger than you. But look, Ace of Swords coming up again. You've got that twice now, Leo. Ace of Swords is big energy. Again, this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because this is water. Sorry, not water. This is air energy. So it is, you know, but I never take those slip-ups for granted. Saying water energy, maybe cutting through that emotional confusion. And little old Page of Swords, if he's harassing you or bothering you, he don't stand a chance against the Ace of Swords. And I always say that that Ace of Swords reminds me very much of the energy of Archangel Michael. So to me, in a lot of ways, I feel that protector energy coming through from Spirit. So absolutely reach out to Archangel Michael, reach out to your angels, reach out to your higher guides, because they are coming in with a very strong protective energy, both from above and in your immediate future here. So let's get you some advice, Leo. Oh my goodness. Ah, same. Oh, my Leos. So you all, I'm going to tell you right now, Cancer had the Four of Cups twice in their reading too. So if you're dealing with a Cancer or you have a lot of Cancer in your chart, you may want to go check out the Cancer reading as well. Four of Cups comes back again, and this time it's in the suggested approach. So Leo, this is about really confronting some things. This could be a fear of missing out, right? It's like, I've been waiting so long for this person or this right situation or whatever it is that, you know, I have as this wish in my mind to come in, that I'm missing out on things that I don't want to miss out on. So you might make the decision to get up from under that darn tree and just say, you know what, I'm not waiting on it anymore. I'm going to go live my life. This could also be somebody taking you for granted. Could be you taking yourself or someone else for granted. So take that as it resonates. Apply it as your situation calls for it, Leo. Because there's definitely always something that needs to be addressed. Four of Cups comes through, especially when it comes through 2 times. Yeah. Because part of you, Leo, right now, and I do get this, is that you are coming in a little bit wounded. You've been through some emotional battles. You've really had to defend yourself a lot. You're probably feeling, you know, tired, more fatigued than usual. That's part of that, you know, solar action in that 12th house. Definitely brings that up. But this is why you've kind of been avoiding or procrastinating on something, because you really just don't want to fight anymore. It's like you want to use your fiery energy for positivity and creativity and doing something awesome. You really don't want to waste your energy on fights that go nowhere anymore. And so what you need to know, here's this Queen of Swords. You need to know that you have more power than you realize, especially when it comes to cutting old icky situations and people right on out of your life. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Yet again, we have 2 Ace of Swords, and now we got that Queen of Swords coming in there. So Leo, take this as it's directed, but there are some things that are really transforming. Doesn't mean you don't care, doesn't mean you're not emotional. But when people aren't being right with you, it can be time to just say, no more. Cutting you out of my life in a very cool, very methodical, planned out way. Because if somebody's not for your highest, they're just not for your highest. Yeah, and it's something you're ready to take some action on. Knight of Wands, definitely an action-oriented card. You're not willing to put up with anybody's BS anymore. Could be a fire sign that's been agitating you, another Leo or a Sag or an Aries, but I believe that that's more your energy saying, no more, no more. I've put up with too much, and I'm ready to take action on what it is I really want. Hopes and fears is that Two of Wands. Very similar to the Page of Wands. It's those new doors opening. You're thinking about where you want to go. For some of you, that fresh start feels very unnerving. That's the feeling I get from that. For some of you, it's like you don't really want to deal with having to start all over. It's like, oh, good grief, here we go again. For some of you, you really do. For some of you, you're really ready for that new start and that new bright, fiery energy. Yep, and you're ready to take the leap of faith. That's a beautiful combination of like new beginnings, innocence, freedom. Yeah, taking that energy, taking that and just saying, you know what, I am going to start again. I am going to have a better life. And it's about balance. Here's your outcome card, Leo. Six of Pentacles, all about equal give and take. There's some more Libra energy for you, represented with that pair of scales he's holding, all about the balance. To me, this is the ultimate reciprocity card. It's not about tit for tat. It's not about like, oh, I did this for you, now you got to do that. No, it's not about that. It's about equal give and take. It's about harmony. It's about flow. It's about being, on that, in that same, just that equal balance that's so important for all of our relationships and interactions. Yeah, and right now, Leo, there's that moon card. Like I said, that Pisces house energy is affecting you. So just give this a little time. The moon is one of those things that it's like, that's why there's that feeling of confusion or deception or, not quite having all the answers when the moon card is involved, because things look different under the moonlight, right? Than under the light of day. So give it a little time. I think that after we pass this full moon on the 5th, and then the Mercury retrograde ending on July 12th, things will slowly, gradually start to get a lot more clear. You do have that Ace of Swords twice. This is major mental clarity and divine protection. You do have that Four of Cups, so you are going to have to make those decisions. You are going to have to get yourself out of that stuck feeling. But I believe you'll do it, because you also have a lot of good action cards around you. But right now, yeah, Eight of Swords is what's on the bottom of that. You're feeling kind of stuck in your head, maybe stuck in the place that you're at. Five of Pentacles is coming up, so you may feel kind of left out in the cold with somebody ain't communicating, somebody's not telling you everything. I'm going to bring up a couple of affirmations for the end of your deck, under your spread. So there's definitely some things that need to be worked through, Leo, but you do have a lot of help, a lot of divine intervention around you and by your side right now. So super, super, don't give up. Don't despair. You're going to feel a lot better after you clear through some of this energy. And then by the time we get closer into the end of July, into your own time of the year when the sun moves to Leo, I think you're going to feel so much better. So I'm going to pull a card from the Witch's Wisdom and also some from the Witch's Kitchen. We just moved into the summer solstice, so we're going to get a little message from the Wiccan world for you. Okay, so Mabon comes up. I like this. This is autumnal energy. And it is, look at the key word, is balance there, Libra. So it's like there's the time for the harvest, and then there's the time for things to be sown and to be waiting on the harvest. So again, it really comes out, again, with, right, the Six of Pentacles, all about balance, all about harmony. The time of Mabon also moving into the time of autumn. This could be a time when a lot of this, all these elements that are coming up in this reading really start to play out quite a bit, or have come to their fruition. But that is your key. That is what you're really focused on. So let's get a couple cards from the kitchen deck. We're going to see what kind of extra energies are coming around, how to help to affect that balance even better. I like it. Oh, this is going to make you kind of giggle a little bit, Leo. We have the catnip. You know, and there's the cat, and I love it because Leo is the big cat. So catnip to me is about, you know, there's that bond, there's that bonding feeling, and really like having fun with who you're bonded to, your friends, loved ones, etc. But to me, if you've ever seen a cat with the catnip, it's like they get happy, they get playful, they get relaxed, they get a little silly. So I think that this is like, Leo, if you've been feeling super, super serious, it's time to balance that with some playfulness. Get yourself a little Leo catnip, whatever that is for you. And then we have thyme. I pulled that one from the bottom, the herb of thyme, and the key word is courage. Thyme is a wonderful herb. I love cooking with thyme. It's wonderful paired with like lemon. Oh my gosh, it's so tasty. But thyme is also a wonderful herb to use in any sort of ritual work. So if you do any kind of ritual or spell work, you may want to incorporate your catnip or your thyme into that somehow. But this is a time to start balancing, Leo. It's time to work through some decisions that you've got to make and working towards gaining in mental clarity. Pretty awesome reading, really. There's a lot of action here. So I hope you have an amazing July, and I will be back very soon with the full moon readings. Leo, I hope you take good care till I see you again. Bye-bye.